Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be showing you some important question and answers of chapter Friction of your NCERT Science textbook. Friction is a necessary evil. Without friction, we cannot see the body in motion or stop the moving body. Thus, friction is absolutely necessary for carrying out day-to-day activities. On the other hand, friction wastes energy, brings out wear and tear, and slows down. Thus, we say that friction is a necessary evil. As without it, we cannot do our day-to-day activities, and with it we lose energy, speed, etc. Ways of reducing friction: by the use of lubricants, by the use of soap solution, by the use of fine powder, by polishing, by streamlining, by converting sliding friction into rolling. Disadvantages of friction. Friction increases the energy required to operate the machines. This energy is wasted in the form of heat energy. Friction causes wear and tear in the machines. Friction reduces the speed of moving vehicle to a great extent. Question: what are the causes of friction? Answer: friction occurs due to two factors. 1. Interlocking of two surfaces. No solid surface is perfectly smooth. Hills and valleys are present on the surfaces. When a body is pulled over another surface, these hills and valleys interlock with each other and opposes the motion between the two bodies. This gives rise to frictional force. 2. Force between two surfaces. Two surfaces will contact only at certain points. The atoms present at such points of contact attract each other due to electrostatic attraction. The forces between the two surfaces give rise to friction. Second question: what is static friction? Answer: the opposing force that comes when one body tends to move over the surface of another body, but the actual motion has not started, is called static friction. Third question: what are the factors affecting friction? Answer: nature of surface. Rough surface, more friction. Smooth surface, less friction. Weight of the object. More weight, more friction. Less weight, less friction. Fourth question: what is limiting friction? Answer: the maximum value of static friction is called limiting friction. Limiting friction is the maximum opposing force that comes into play when one body is just moving over the surface of another body. Fifth question: what is sliding friction? Answer: the opposing force that comes into play when one body is actually sliding over the surface of another body is called sliding friction. Sixth question: what is rolling friction? Answer: the opposing force that comes into play when one body is actually rolling over the surface of another body is called rolling friction. Seventh question: give reason. 1. Most aircrafts and ships have their front shape pointed. Answer: most aircrafts and ships have their front shape pointed because it will make the body streamlined and have reduced friction, making it easy to move. 2. The roads are cemented. Answer: the roads are cemented so as to make it easier for the vehicles to travel because smooth surfaces have less friction. 3. Grooves are made in the tires of vehicles. Answer: grooves are made in the tires of vehicles to increase friction, which helps in getting a better grip on the surface, helping us to move safely. 4. Purpose of providing rollers to heavy objects and suitcases. Answer. As rolling reduces friction. In suitcases, it helps us to handle them easily and safely by applying less force. Oil is put on moving parts of a machine. Answer. Oil and grease reduces friction as these lubricants, oil, grease, etc. do not make the parts of machine rub against each other and which makes movement smooth. 8th question. What are lubricants? Give examples. Answer. The substances which reduce friction is called lubricants. Example, oil, grease, etc. 9th question. Define drag. Answer. The frictional force exerted by fluid is called drag. 10th question. Mention any 5 advantages of friction. Answer. 1. Help us to walk. The friction between our feet and the ground help us to walk on the ground without slipping or falling. 2. Movement of vehicles. The friction between the tires of various vehicles and the ground help us to move on the ground without slipping. The friction is increased in tires by making grooves in them. Due to greater friction, the tires get a better grip on the road, which prevents skidding of the vehicles. Spiked shoe for better grip. Spikes are provided in the shoes of players and athletes to increase friction, have better grip on the ground and prevent slipping. 4. Application of brakes. The brakes of car or any moving vehicle depend upon friction. When we apply brakes, the car stops due to the force of friction between the brake lining and the drum of the wheel. 5. Lighting of a matchstick. When we strike a matchstick against a rough surface, it catches fire. The force of friction raises the temperature of match head to such an extent that the chemicals in it catch fire to produce flame. Hots. First question. When you write on a piece of glass sheet with a piece of chalk, the writing is not clear. Explain. Answer. The glass sheet is a smooth surface. The friction that a piece of chalk faces on a glass sheet is much lesser than what it may face when used to write on a board. Hence, the writing is not clear on the glass sheet. Question. Why do meteors burn on entering into the atmosphere? Answer. A meteor moving through the vacuum of space typically travels at the speeds reaching tens of thousands of miles per hour. When the meteor hits the atmosphere, the air in front of it compresses incredibly and quickly. When a gas is compressed, its temperature rises. This causes the material to heat up so much that it glows. Third question. Explain why a bicycle can be slowed down by dragging your feet along the ground. Answer. A bicycle can be slowed down by dragging the feet on the ground owing to frictional force. When feet are dragged, the friction between the feet and ground increased, and the force acts in the opposite direction. Thus, speed of bicycle gets reduced. Fourth question. Shweta ran her toy car on wet marble floor, dry marble floor, newspaper and carpet spread on the floor. The force of friction acting on the car will be different. Arrange in increasing order of frictional force. Answer. Force of friction depends on the nature of surfaces in contact. The rougher the surface, the more is the friction between the surfaces in contact and vice versa. We can arrange it in an ascending order like wet marble floor, dry marble floor, newspaper and carpet. Extended learning. Smoothing of surfaces beyond the limit increases the friction. Why? Answer. When the surfaces are too smooth, the irregularities between them are reduced. This perfectly smooth surface interface lacks any free voids through which air can enter, thus creating a perfect vacuum between the two surfaces. This vacuum leads the atmospheric pressure play its role and the surfaces are cling to each other. So, in this chapter, we have learned about the advantages and disadvantages of friction, causes and effects of friction, lubricants, oil, grease, drag. Drag is the friction exerted by fluid, friction in daily life, types of friction. They are limiting, static, sliding, rolling. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and click the bell icon. Don't forget to like, comment and share my video. Bye.